Okay, so let's talk about the DP and the SP. So DP is density independent pixels. Okay, so why do we need to use the DP in when we talk about Android? Because if we see here for the pixel, we have a DP. We have something like 5-inch screen, then 180 by 1920. The aspect ratio of this phone. Then we have a something called 420 DPI. Then we have 400 DPI, then 440 DPI, then 560 DPI, then 440, then we have 400 DPI as well. So what do you mean by DPI? So whenever you use a phone, it generally have a different set of DPI or the density dependent pixel, I would say, density pixels. So every phone or every screen have a different density pixels, and let's say you want to make a view which is same for all the screens. Let's say like let me just talk about in terms of the DP here. So let me just say I want to make this like so let me just okay. So right now I'm using the match parent. So let me just use it like 300 DP and 300 DP. Okay. So So when I use this, you can see that this takes 300 300 width of the screen, and this will be same for all the different screen sizes. That it will not be changed when you change a phone's screen. But when you use the when you use the pixels, that is px, they are okay. So you have used a 300 pixels. So if you can see, they are changing when you're changing the phone density. So if you can see, this will change for all the different screen sizes. Okay, so let's say I'm using the 440. So 440 takes this much space. Then the 400 would take a bit more space, and we have 560 which takes the less space. So we can't use the pixels or the DPI or any other format for the Android phone because every phone have a different density pixels. So for that we have a special thing that is called DP. Okay, so that is called DP. But what about SP? So what is an SP? SP is basically if you have gone through your phone settings, there is a special menu in which you can change the font size of your entire application. Okay, so what happens for the font, especially for the font, font is a phone, or I would say a user specific thing. Like some users may want to have a bigger font because they might not be comfortable with the smaller text size. Like I personally tend to use a smaller text size as compared to the other people in my house. But like my mom and my sister, they tend to use a bigger font size as compared to mine. So it can be a user specific thing, and for that there's a special property that is called SP, that is sizable pixels. So sizable pixels are basically the pixels that depends upon the user preference, and this preference is this can be changed or modified from the user phone settings. You can just take a look and then try to run this application by using the 32 base SP and the different font size. Then you can use the DP and the different font size, and you will see when you use the DP thing, the font size will not change that much in that much amount when you change the font size of your phone. But when you use the SP, it will change as per as you change the font size of your phone. Okay, so that was all about the DP and the SP. Okay, so now let's talk about the linear layout that we wanted to talk about. So now, as you know about the text view, you know about the DP and the SP, you know about the match parent and the wrap content. Now we can actually start with the linear layout and see what properties do have the linear layout, and how can we use that properties to display different views into our application. Okay,